Welcome to the dsm-firmenich World Mycotoxin Survey. My name is Anneliese Müller and I'm a technical expert for mycotoxins at dsm-firmenich. In this short video, I want to go with you to the mycotoxin risk posed in East Asia due to mycotoxin contamination levels. Let's dive right into the topic. Here we see the global mycotoxin risk overview. The colors indicate the risk due to the abundance of the 6 main mycotoxins and the average concentration levels. We can see that dark red indicates an extreme risk, as in North and Central America, South Asia, and China and Taiwan. A severe risk in East Asia and Southeast Asia, and a moderate risk in Oceania. Now focusing on East Asia, we can see 99% of the samples are contaminated with mycotoxins, and even 74% of samples are contaminated with more than one mycotoxin. The overall risk is severe with 60%, most abundant are fumonisins, followed by deoxynivalenol and cerelenol. In this table, you can see the abundance of the 6 main mycotoxins and the average concentration levels in ppb, comparing 2024 to 2023. We can see the overall risk increased. Here we can see that the abundance of fumonisins increased from 69% to 99%, and also the average concentration levels increased to 966 ppb. Also, the average concentration levels of DON increased compared to 2023, and of cerelenol. Now let's have a look at some commodities. Those are finished feed samples from East Asia. 46 samples have been analyzed. We can see the co-occurrence is very high, with 98% of the samples containing more than one mycotoxin. Fumonisins are present in all of the samples, followed by deoxynivalenol in 98% of the samples. If we look at the average concentration levels, we see that it's increased for deoxynivalenol with over 370 ppb and a maximum of over 2100 ppb, and also for fumonisins with over 720 ppb on average and over 2000 ppb maximum. If we split it in Korea, 31 samples have been analyzed. Again, we see a high co-occurrence and fumonisins and deoxynivalenol as the most prevalent mycotoxins. The average levels are over 720 ppb for fumonisins, over 420 ppb for DON, and they're also a bit increased for cerelenol with 70 ppb. And if we have a look at the Japan finished feed, 15 samples were analyzed. Here the average concentrations for DON are a bit lower than in Korea. For fumonisins, it's approximately the same concentration, over 700 ppb. We see that the co-occurrence is very high. All of the samples contain more than one mycotoxin. And compared to South Korea, we see that the average levels of aflatoxins is a bit higher with 3 ppb. Now the last example is corn silage sampled from Japan. 18 samples have been analyzed. Again, co-occurrence is very high. And here what is different is fumonisins are very prevalent, deoxynivalenol, but also cerelenol is highly prevalent. And the average of positives concentration based on the dry matter content of the silage is very high, over 4000 ppb for fumonisins, over 1500 ppb for deoxynivalenol, and over 300 ppb for cerelenol. So overall, we see in East Asia the risk increased from 2023 to 2024. We see fumonisins and deoxynivalenol highly abundant, and we see that corn silage poses a risk due to the high contamination levels. And with this, I want to thank you for your attention. If you want to find out more about the World Mycotoxin Survey, please visit our website.